guys, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to today's episode of my story. Today I have a friend here. She's my really good friend. Welcome, Rebecca. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Percy. I'm Rebecca Tekloid. I'm from Ethiopia. I study engineering here in France, the same program as Percy. Today I'll be telling my story, my experience living abroad here in France and also back in Mauritius.
As we did earlier, we are going to be asking her several questions you guys have asked me. We would really like to hear your take on them. So the first question is, did you always want to study abroad? Like since you were in primary school, high school, how was it?
Of course, yes, I wanted to go abroad and study my bachelor, my master, and PhD. But it's not like something, I pursued it. I didn't take any exam that I should take to go abroad, like SAT, TOEFL, and everything. But luckily, I'm here today. But yeah, it's not like something I went for it. I did something for my own initiative or something.
Okay, speaking of the exams, if you didn't really do the SATs and everything, everybody has been preparing to go abroad using such exams. How did you find this opportunity? How did you find yourself here?
When I was in grade 12, the program I'm studying right now, came to our school and told us about this program. And they didn't need SAT or any of the exams. They only needed transcript and to write some essays. So I said, let me just go for this one, and I gave it a try, and it succeeded. So that's why I'm here.
That was really a good luck for you.
Yes.
And speaking of going abroad, what was the feeling when you first left?
When I first left, it's like the first flight. It was actually nothing, I didn't feel anything, any sad moments of being away with the family or something. I didn't show it to my family. I also convinced myself that I'm strong, I ain't gonna cry or something like that. So at first it was just like that. But after some weeks, some months, you start experiencing some kind of feeling for your parents, you miss them. Yeah, that was the moment. But at first when I was living, it was just nothing, it was normal.
Are you sure you didn't cry on that first flight?
I'm very sure I didn't cry.
Okay. What do you miss while being away from family, being away from Ethiopia? What do you really miss?
This is an obvious question. Like for every Ethiopian person who's living abroad, there is something that we definitely miss. It's like we eat it every single day in our breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So it was a big deal. I missed that one. But apart from that, I miss my people. The Ethiopian people, they're so special in their own way. Their love and their the cooperation they do, like to help you, to encourage you. I really miss that one. And lastly, the holidays. Ethiopia has a lot of Christian people there, so Christianity is a big deal. And the holiday, the festivals, the Epiphany, the founding of Cross Mescal, those moments is the big festivals. I really miss them, and it has been like 3 years since I did that. So yeah, I missed all that.
I'm sure you're looking forward to having the opportunity again to have such celebrations with your people.
Yeah, probably after my degree, yes, I would definitely take a chance.
You didn't talk about your hair. Do you miss how do you do your hair while you're abroad? You don't miss having such services back at home?
Oh, yeah, actually you're right. In Mauritius it was very hard for our hair, even the temperature and everything. It's so hard, even if you straighten by yourself, it would just get messy afterwards. But yeah, and that big casting, they didn't have that, so it was really hard. Yeah.
When we are talking of things you miss, it also drives to the next questions, which is, what has been the challenges you faced and how did you manage? How have you been coping with such challenges being away?
Okay, one of the challenges could be, I think it's like, leading an independent life. When you come here, it's very different from the way you used to live back home. When you're home, you have your family, you have your mom, you have your dad, everyone is like helping you, and they're always there for you, and that was easy, you just concentrate on your academy lessons, and then the other things done by them. So that was kind of sweet. But when you come here, you gotta take care of yourself by yourself. You should do everything like for yourself, and you should balance between academy and also taking care of the household stuffs. So that was a really challenging problem I had encountered. And another thing would be, it's like, adapting to the new system of the school. When we started the program, if you remember also, it was very different from the way we were used to back in Ethiopia or in Kenya. So that one, I think it required some practice and persistency and also patience. And with God today, it's normal for us, but at first it was kind of hard. Yeah.
I really relate to almost all those challenges, more so the independent one. You really have to perform well in school, you have to feed yourself, you have to provide for yourself. But we're glad we're here.
Yes.
Now, this leads me to the next question. What do you wish you had done or known before moving abroad?
Okay, one thing could be, knowing French, being fluent in French. That's one of the things I wish I had done before coming here, because even the previous country we were in, Mauritius, they speak Creole, which is kind of the same as French. So even here it's like French, so everyone just communicates with French, and you really need it. You sometimes feel neglected, you couldn't attend some parties or meetings, you ask, is it in French or something like that? If it isn't, you wouldn't attend it. So that was something I could have improved in, I could have excelled before coming here. Another thing I wish I had done would be, to acquire some skills. There are some things that our professors expect us to have already known. For example, like, programming skills. I didn't have any idea about programming when I was in high school. So when I came here, even at first year, I was expected to be really good at it. And now when I think of it, I wish I had used my time properly in high school and developed this skill. And right now it couldn't have been that much of a problem. So yeah, these things, I wish I had managed my time when I was in high school. I wish I had done good things. Yeah, so those things.
That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Because of the French aspect, like personally, my school was having French lessons, but I was like, maybe I wouldn't need it or something. But right now, I wish I had done it.
Yeah,
sure.
Should have done it.
And then the next question I could ask you is, now that you've been living away from home from 3 years, do you wish you live here after, or do you want to go back home after your studies?
After my study, like now I'll get my bachelor degree after a year, and then after that, I would like to continue my master's abroad also, even if I do PhD abroad. But definitely after my study, I think I would go back. Maybe I work here for some years, to just get like a broad view of things and to get like good experiences. But in any way, at the end, I really want to go back and do something, for my people, for my community, and also for my country. That is something we should do. We study engineering, so for sure there's something to be done. There's something we could create an impact. So I think, not even think, definitely I'll go back after my studies.
It's like you find solutions for things you've been seeing away from home.
Yeah, we have a lot of problems, East Africa, so we need to bring a change. So I definitely will go.
And another question is, now from all your experience, your challenges, the lessons you've learned, what you wish you had known, what is the advice you could give someone in your experience
Mm, okay, and then advice would be, from the some of the things I said, you could also take some things, like wherever you go, it could be in the UAs or another country, just know the language of that country. It really helps, when you communicate with people, when you live with the native people, life becomes, kind of easy and it feels like home. But if you think that you can't speak that language, you only meet some kind of people, you don't meet the others, that could be a little bit hard. So my advice would be just take some basic courses and then be really good at it. Another thing that I would say would be don't be scared about anything. Even after coming here, you would face a lot of new things. You would encounter new experiences, and for those moments, I think you gotta be courageous and you gotta believe in yourself. You shouldn't doubt anything about yourself, and everything comes with a practice. And at first, it's obvious that you're gonna make a mistake, and don't let that mistake make you feel like down. So just have faith and hope, and you can reach wherever you want. So
That's all I could say. And make friends, because having friends is really helpful.
yeah, having really close someone who can understand you while you're being away from home is really important. You have your family, but you call them, you talk with them, but really when you're here, it's them that they're gonna help you at the first place. So how create these connections, and yeah, I think life is gonna be easy.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. We've learned a lot from your story, and I'm sure our people viewing this, you have something to learn from this. From Rebecca's story, you know that there will be a lot of challenges, but you will encounter them, you will come out of them so strong. And with that, we can cheers.
Yes. Cheers to a better life.
Yep. But you're always welcome to tell us something in this channel. We will appreciate to have you again.
I'm definitely gonna come back again. I think you're gonna invite me.
For sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me today.
You're welcome. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this story, for watching our video. As we always do, today we are going to hear a verse from the book of Psalms chapter 51 verse 10. And Rebecca, please do us the courtesy and read the verse.
Okay. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me.
As you've heard from today's verse, you just have to rely on God. Give God your heart. Let Him create a pure heart in you, because you will encounter the challenges. And sometimes it's really, really hard to go through them without God. So guys, always remember to thank God. Always remember to put your trust in God. And with this, thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Please don't forget to leave a comment down below. With love, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.